Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be looking at the messages for the sign of Taurus. So Taurus, your spread is definitely talking about a rebirth in a way. We're at a crossroads, which keeps coming up in a lot of the readings, and that's what the tarantula spirit is talking about. Being at a crossroads and using our intuition at this point. Now, we have to decide which direction that we really want to go in. So I am feeling that you have an idea of an avenue or a career that you want to work towards, a goal you want to work towards, but it may be overwhelming. It may seem overwhelming, okay? That's just kind of the vibes that I'm getting. You do have the 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So to me, it's like we're focusing on this guy and how he has all these cups, and we feel that we have to get them all at once. And what I'm hearing is one at a time, sweetie, one at a time, okay? So this is really talking to me about feeling overwhelmed with the amount of steps that would need to be taken or things that need to be done. You have the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. He's working hard, but he's doing one at a time. So this is about taking steps. This can be also very overwhelming when we think about where we want to go. And seeing that as a big picture and thinking, how the hell am I going to make that happen? It feels like too big of a goal, right? So my goal is to have a house, and a very particular house. It's got a lot of acreage on it, so it's going to be probably a pretty penny. I have no idea how much it's going to cost, but I know it's going to be a lot. And where I am financially, even though I'm doing much better than I was before, it just seems like a pipe dream at this point, right? That's what I'm kind of getting with this energy, is we feel that it's very difficult for us to attain whatever this goal is, okay? But one thing at a time. So when we're thinking about saving money, okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. He has 1 pentacle, right? To be able to save money, is 1 pentacle a lot? No, not really. But when you add them up and you keep putting more pentacles into the bank, all of a sudden you're going to have a lot, right? Then you're going to be the King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles, whatever. It takes time, right? But it doesn't have to take as long as you're thinking, okay, Taurus? And that's what I'm really getting from this. Now, with the Ace of Cups card, I'm also seeing this as being a leveling up, which has been coming up in a lot of the readings. This karmic shift, we are all leveling up, and sometimes we forget about the universe. Sometimes we forget about our own power to be able to level up in, I'm seeing the word easy, in an easier way, okay? I say this all the time, Spirit is our GPS and they know a shortcut, right? So often we think that this is going to take a lot longer than it is, or it's going to be harder than it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You do have the Rider card. This keeps coming out. To me, he's moving at a steady pace, right? So we may think, okay, it's going to take me forever to save up for that house. I might not have it for 5-10 years. How the hell am I going to do this? Don't worry about it, darling. I'm hearing, don't worry about it, okay? And I know that is easier said than done, but we underestimate our own power, and we underestimate the power of the universe, okay? So when we decide where we want to go in our life, okay, you do have the Two of Wands. Figuring out what it is that we desire, figure that out and ask the universe. Ask your higher self, ask your angels and guides, it doesn't matter. Ask them to help you. You do have the Knight of Cups in reverse. To me, this is someone helping you by giving you a cup, whatever these cups represent, right? It could be money, it could be anything that you're needing, any type of resources that you need, okay? But this is someone helping you. And that could be representative of the universe, of spirit, or it could be someone on this earthly plane. So again, with me wanting the house, that could be someone, or me getting a bonus at work. This could be me winning the lottery. Like, there's so many different things, and that's just like a very narrow thought of that, because one of the things that also keeps coming up is how we're limited in our belief system, right? Whereas spirit isn't. So if we ask spirit for help, they know a better way, okay? And then using our intuition, right? So one thing that I was feeling with the tarantula spirit and the bat spirit is when we decide which way we're going and we're listening to our intuition, we don't need to know. We don't need to know everything, okay? We just need to know the next step. We just need to know what's in front of us, right? And that's honestly the most important thing. Whatever the next step is, just focusing on that, right? Because otherwise we're going to get overwhelmed. I'm seeing my old job. So my old job, what I had to do was price clothing, and you had to go through it, every single piece. There would be like 40 to 60 pieces of clothing on a rack, and I'd have to go through and check it all over and price it. And you would get so many racks that are built up while you're doing that. And it can be very overwhelming because sometimes there can be like 10 racks that you need to go through. I was just learning, so I was a lot slower. And but what I always did was I'd focus on the rack in front of me. I would focus on each individual item, and I would try not to focus on how much I had to do. Did I need to check in to make sure, okay, oh crap, there's like this many and it's this time of day. I really need to step up my game and try to power through this. Yeah, I had to do that. But otherwise, it was one at a time, right? Because if we think about how much we have to do, it gets so overwhelming that we give up. And we don't want to do that. So if we want to move forward, we're going to have to try a new method. If you're anything like me who got overwhelmed and then just quit, yeah, we got to keep going, okay? So you do have the journal card. So to me, this is talking about writing out the next steps. If you can figure out what they are using your intuition, by all means, write it out and then work on that. If you're having difficulties because of maybe limitations that we have in our heads, you know, sometimes it's difficult to see our way out of a situation or figure out how to do something. You can always ask your angels and guides and then wait for that intuitive inspiration, okay? But I'm definitely feeling this is intuition. Your intuition is your biggest asset right now. It always is. It always has been, and it always will be. But it's time to level up. Aquarius, Taurus. Why did I say Aquarius? Oh, it's time to level up. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. There we go. Because normally I would get annoyed and I would stop this because I accidentally called you Aquarius, but that happened for a reason. I hate when that happens, but we don't have to be perfect when we're doing things, right? That's one thing that keeps coming up for me. It's like, if we want something, let's be willing to make mistakes, right? Take chances, make mistakes, get messy. I can't remember what Miss Frizzle used to say, but we have to live by those rules, right? Not being afraid to make mistakes. It doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to wait for everything to come together. Yeah, I'm also getting that vibe from the Nine of Cups. We don't have to wait for everything to come together to make our next move. No, Taurus, no. Just get started. Just get started. And by getting started, you're showing the universe which way you've chosen, which direction you've chosen. And now I'm hearing Mrs. Doubtfire saying, help is on the way, dear. Okay? So when you choose which direction you're going in, when you start to take those steps, even just deciding which way you're going, that is a step, okay? The universe is here to help you level up. Help is on the way, dear. I wish I could do that justice, but I can't. But I love that. Help is on the way, dear. Okay? All right, Taurus. So deciding which way we're going, not being overwhelmed by all the tasks that we feel that are in front of us, but just sticking to the first step, the first task, and going from there, okay? It's not going to be as difficult as you feel it's going to be, especially since you're moving in a direction where you're following your intuition, you're doing something that you enjoy doing. It's not going to feel like work. It's not. Okay? So let's take a breather to decide what it is that we want, and let's move forward, Taurus. Okay? It's time to level up. And if you need help, help is on the way. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if it resonates, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Bye.